Hello everyone, this is Zen Withinsday, Wednesday update number 2. It is January 18th today. Mercury went direct. Thank God. This has been a very intense retrograde period for me. I don't know about all of you. Comment and let me know. So today I want to talk about some things that I've been working on and I've been working on with clients around releasing the illusion of separation. 6 to 8 weeks ago, I started really working with this theme because next Tuesday I start teaching New Earth Now Volume 3, which is focused on community and connection, and a big tenet of that is releasing this idea of separation that keeps us in conflict with people around us and keeps us from being able to connect in community and to connect inwards as well as outwards with Source and the earth and other people. So I've really been working with this theme. If you've never taken a class with me, I don't just teach stuff from up here. I do my best to bring it fully into my being and embody it before it goes live to you all, which sometimes means it takes me a little longer to bring things to bear than I would like, because I have this desire and need to show up in my authenticity and live what I'm teaching as much as possible. I'm certainly not perfect by any means before I teach it. So I've been working with this theme of releasing the illusion of separation, and I've gone into meditation with it. I've done healing sessions on myself with it. Tons of people are showing up with this in their field. And I just really want to talk about this because it's so pervasive. And when I channel about this, I had a session yesterday and I just went straight into channeling mode for this person. And the message that came through was, when we're first born and we are separating from Source to come into a body, there's this veil of illusion that we go through, this veil of amnesia that I talk about, that is basically us separating from Source. And we go through this veil of separation, this veil of illusion, this veil of amnesia, and we forget that we're Source. We forget that we're love. We forget that we are creator beings. We forget all of those things, and we think that we're separate. And in a sense, we are separate in that we are a physical body that has incarnated in a unique expression of Source. But we're still an expression of Source. We're still connected to Source. We still are Source. And in that moment when we're first born, a lot of us don't get the validation that we need when we're first born that we are in fact Source in a body, because in that moment when the mother first holds the baby is that moment where the oxytocin rushes through the mom's body and she feels God, and she feels this elation of having just birthed this amazing human, and the baby feels that and sees God through the mother's eyes. And so much of our birth culture here, especially in the States, interrupts that process. I know when I was born, I had the cord wrapped around my neck, so God knows what was happening in that hospital room, right? But a lot of people are on drugs, or there's different complications, or maybe the mom is scared, or the dad isn't present, or there's all kinds of things that can interrupt that validation. And so very rarely do I work with anybody that has fully been validated in their body when they're first born. And so that initial validation doesn't happen. And so in that moment when we're supposed to be validated that we are Source in a body and we are loved unconditionally, if that doesn't happen, we need to perpetuate that illusion throughout our life. And all of our systems and structures on this planet, as I really look at them, are set up to perpetuate that illusion. Right? They're set up to perpetuate the fact that we are separate. If you look at the way that our schooling system is, it creates separation. There are grades, right? Not only like what level, what grade are you in, but what grade are you receiving for the work that you're doing. There is separation within the university system of whether or not you can get in depending on your SAT scores. There's separation in our class system based on how much money you're making, if you have a job, if you have a college education. There is so many systems that are here to perpetuate this illusion of separation that it's no wonder that we walk around feeling like we're really fucking unworthy. and that we don't belong, and that we are separate, and that we can't connect to our worthiness and to our source-based knowing and self. And when I look at this energy in people's fields, myself included, it's so real, right? So I say it's the illusion of separation, but when you're in it and all of these systems are perpetuating it, perhaps you were the outsider in your family and you felt like you didn't belong. You were the black sheep of your family. That perpetuated it. Maybe you got into a relationship with somebody and that perpetuated it. So many things within our human experience perpetuate this belief that we are separate, that we are not one, that we are not source, that we are individuals out on an island in isolation. And so it takes a lot of effort and a lot of focus. I don't know if effort's the right word, but a lot of focus and a lot of diligence and a lot of remembering and a lot of seeing through bullshit to know and remember that we are in fact source, that we are in fact one, that we are not separate. And so it's no wonder that we spend most of our time in relationship having disagreements and arguing and not feeling happy and not feeling seen and not feeling heard and all those things that we talk about when we're in relationship and we don't feel safe. It's no wonder that's the foundation of many of our relationships, and that's what we tend to grow through in relationships here on this planet, because we have perpetuated this feeling and this illusion of separation to such an extent that we can't see that's not true. And so this is big, right? This is a huge tenet of why we cannot easily hold unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, oneness, source, whatever you want to call it, in our bodies. And as I've been working to dismantle this in my field and looking at the many layers of it and the unworthiness and the lack of trust and all these different parts of it for myself, what I'm starting to have, and this makes me want to cry, is this feeling of oneness and unity in my body. So I've been teaching since 2019 when 12th dimensional healing downloaded through me when I was in Mount Shasta about what it means to be in unity consciousness. I've been doing work with the divine masculine and divine feminine, being in sacred union, working with our inner child, all of these different things, which are really just a way for us to remember that we are source. And I've been teaching about this. I've been studying it. I've been going through the shit in my life to try to heal it. And it's just now, 3 years after that downloaded in my body and in my being, and the codes came in and the information came in about 12th dimensional healing and how when I'm healing others, I'm healing myself, shifting out of this martyrdom view of being a healer, that I'm actually fully able to embody it in my being. And I have been working my tuchus off. And so there is a certain level of commitment and focus and diligence that is required for you to embody unity consciousness. And it's not just going out into the world and telling everybody that you love them, right? That's beautiful. If you can mean it and it's authentic, that's great. But the true test of you being able to embody unity consciousness is, can you embody unity consciousness when you are in the trauma trigger? Can you embody unity consciousness? Can you remember that you are source when things are really hard? Can you hold on to that lifeline and remember that you are not separate in those moments? Can you hold on to that lifeline when you're in partnership with somebody and you are in the thick of your own stuff and you know that they're just mirroring back to you your own pain and you don't have to leave them in to be okay? Can you really hold on to this knowing that you are not separate from source in those hard times? That is embodying unity consciousness. And there is a threshold that we have crossed over this year as we've moved into 2023 where I think that is more possible for all of us. But what I've been finding is it's going to require us to really get clear on what it means to be in unity inside of our being. I'm hearing the hawks going in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that. They're such a messenger for me and my husband of higher perspective. But it's really important that we take this opportunity this year to do the work that we need to do to find that unity within, to set the boundaries, to take care of ourselves, to say yes to the things that are going to activate that more deeply for us, and to get really clear on what lights us up so that we can embody that unity consciousness. And I think that's what my retreat and our retreat is going to be about this year in August, is this idea of embodying this, embodying the way shower vibration, right? Being fully present in it in your being. How can you activate that in your life? And so that's my message for you all today, to just know that if this is something that you're working on, you're certainly not alone. It seems like all of my clients and myself are working on it. We're going to dive deep into this. We are going to get into some big stuff in this module of the New Earth Now School. I realize that this wound of separation is so pervasive, and we're going to do some big healing. We're going to do some big reclamation work of parts of ourselves that have gotten lost along the way. We're going to learn about karma and the real misused definition of karma and what it really is about. We're going to learn about setting our vibration when we're in relationship with people so that we can actually collaborate and be in partnership in a way that feels really good. There's so much good stuff coming in, and I'm so excited, and it's already in my body and ready to go out to you all next week. And I'm already downloading the stuff for our next volume, which is going to be on religion and spirituality, which, holy cow, that's a lot too. So more to come on that, but the next volume of New Earth Now is starting next Tuesday. I'll put some information below this video about that. But yeah, just work with this idea that separation is an illusion. And I just walk with that every day. And when I feel myself perpetuating it, I try to remind myself, okay, this isn't real. It feels very real. I've been conditioned to believe that it's real. I've been conditioned to believe that that person that I'm upset with is separate from me and that they're the enemy. But I know on a deep level that it's not true. How can I find that in this moment? How can I look through a lens of unity here? How can I meet in the middle this person that I might be in conflict with, or that I might be frustrated with, or whatever's happening? So that's my message of hope and love to you all today. I hope you're enjoying these Zen Withinsday updates. I'm kind of really enjoying just saying that title. It's cute and awesome. So yeah, if you have something that you want to share, please comment below this video. If you have something you want me to talk about, either within the awakening process or some topic or something, I will do my best to honor that if you put it in the chat and get to it. So have a great day, have a great Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next week. Bye.